So this was a very long shoot, filming these movies back to back. What was that like for you being in production for almost 7 months? Like, what did you find challenging and what did you find maybe rewarding or interesting about being in such an unusually long production?
Yeah, well, no, it was actually 9 months of filming, but it was an entire year of working on the project. But because, I started with the stunt team in January and we wrapped December 15th, I think, that same year, later that same year. So for me, I found it to be rewarding because you get to spend so much time in with your character. We spent more time in our costume than in our normal clothes. Let's put it that way. And also, I think it gives you, in the writing, we had backstories. We had so much that was written down for us. And then we got to shoot all these backstories, which gave us, when you don't have such an extended amount of time to work on a project, you do a lot of journaling. I write a lot about the past stories of my character. And for this particular film, I got to actually shoot it. So I found that it was really rewarding in that way. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Can you say more about that? Like you mean you came up with background for Kora that was then put into the film? I'd love to hear about that.
Oh, no, I didn't come up with the background. The background of her story was written for me, but a lot of the time when you work on a project and the background of the character isn't written, you have to come up with it. So you journal about it. But with Kora, I still journaled for Kora, and I made up things that are my secrets, basically. But I didn't. I mean, I did come up with few things. I came up with. I remember telling Zach I'd love to have a buzz cut. I didn't think that the Imperium would allow women to have a ponytail or their hair down in any way, shape, or form. And but I think that they would still want to differentiate a man to a woman, and that's why I thought it would be cool if there was a V at the end, and which indicated then later on the cut, which I thought would be the buzz cut if it grew, which is Kora's haircut on Veld. And then when I was on Veld, I wanted to keep one piece of one element from the mother world, which for me, I wanted it to remind me of the princess, because it is one element that is positive to Kora's backstory, and the king and the queen, but especially Princess Issa. And so I asked if I could have a ring, because if you had that ring, that means that you were one of the guards of the princess, and which ended up being also other characters ended up wearing it. But for me, so I came up with that.